Today on Boss Battles, we're going to follow our level 1 party, the Amethyst Avengers, to the town of Bremen in 10 Towns, where they're going to investigate something mysterious in the nearby lake.
Hi, my name's Paul Zajac.
And I'm Rob Egan.
Welcome to Boss Battles.
This is where we take D&D live play and smash it together with sports commentary.
Kind of.
So Paul, can you set us up? What's going on in the town of Bremen? Where are the adventures going? What's in store for them?
Yeah, so this is our first battle of our league season, and so I'm really excited about that. Level one, they come across a mom. Mom wants to save her kids. They've gone out on the lake, but there's a problem. There's a monster lurking beneath the water. So the objective is they've got to rescue the kids and deal with the monster. And essentially what they have to do is they have to reduce it by 50% of its hit points because it's got a lot relative to level 1 players.
Yeah.
And if they do that, that's the battle.
So you mentioned that the lake monster has a lot of hit points. What are some other ways that, aside from dropping it below 50% to win the objective, what are some other ways that this can kind of balance out for a level 1 party?
So there's a mechanic in there where the players are in boats, and so then some of the time the monster is going to be attacking the boat that have hit points, and there's a risk of the players falling in the boats. And I think it's a clever mechanic. There's a chance that the monster attacks them, and as it worked out, he did get a lot of attacks.
Got a lot of attacks in, though. I also really appreciate mechanics that allow you to fight higher level monsters. Really kind of put that pressure on the group.
Yeah.
Anything else that you'd like to share before we get started?
No. Let's just get into it. Take a look at the battle, and then we'll be back to talk about it at the end, and of course, in between rounds to break out exactly what happened.
All right, let's go check it out.
All right, welcome everybody to our adventure. Before we start in, we'll notice that there is already a gravestone in the lower right corner, and that is for Alan. Just as it was in the playtest, something came up with Alan, and his character, I guess, just never made it to the location, and he is presumed dead. In fact, his character, I think, is dead. These three brave souls have agreed to continue on with the adventure, and let's see if that decision comes back to haunt them. Again, my name is Paul Zajac. Welcome to Boss Battles. This is the first battle in our league play, and these are the Amethyst Avengers, who are bravely going up, one man down already. So let's just briefly introduce the crew. Below me directly is Dragon. Tell us about your character.
Hello. I am playing Koth Lindworm, a tiefling sorcerer.
Okay, all right. I'm excited to see the new sorcerers and their abilities. And below Dragon, we've got Lirane. Hi.
Hi, I'm Lirane Stormsong. I am a blue dragonborn bard, and hoping to make some sweet music with the group.
All right, we went through this in practice. I still got your name wrong. Fortunately, it's not your real name, but in any case, I'm gonna get it right soon. And then finally, Snacks, up in the right corner.
Hi, I'm Snacks. I am playing as a Haldir, an elf fighter.
All right.
Donned in all purple armor.
Okay. And because this is a level 1 adventure, nobody yet has subclasses. Although those have been kind of selected. So in the next adventure that you see, the Amethyst Avengers, their characters are going to have come into their subclass. Okay, so if it's not clear from the picture, this first adventure takes place in the 10 Towns, and based off one of the beginning adventures in Rime of the Frostmaiden. So as the adventure opens, you all find yourself in a small inn called Buried Treasures, and you kind of come downstairs from your rooms, not really understanding Um, you remember each other, you remember the lottery, but you're not really sure how you got here. And as you are standing um, at there's kind of a counter, front desk slash bar area, and you're standing there talking amongst yourselves. There's two other people in the room. One is a man who is dressed in some armor, adventuring gear, and the other is what seems to be the proprietor. And she introduces herself as Cora. She's like, "Oh, nice to see you guys, and I'm glad you've had your long rest." Um, and the other man, I'm going to now just try and put up on the screen. All right. So we're back. We've changed pictures, and so this is the guy that you see before you, and he walks over with kind of a smarmy swagger, and he goes, "My name's Hogar. Um, Perhaps you already are familiar with my exploits." Um, and kind of, I guess, blank stares coming back from you all. He goes, "No matter.
Should we know
I
who you
see
are?
you don't know me." He seems taken aback. Um, he goes, "Anyway, I was told just to make sure that you made it here okay, and I suppose that you have. Um, I have a feeling that adventure is just around the corner." Um, so as he says that, in fact, from around the corner, a another woman runs in, and she looks quite flustered. And the proprietor, whose name is Cora, calls out. She goes, "Mara, what's wrong?" And Mara goes, she goes, "My kids, they're gone." And she looks very concerned. Um, and just as she says that, Hogar goes, "Well, that's my exit to leave. I've got to see a man about a dragon." And he walks away. As he walks away, he flings over his shoulder a vial of something. So everybody, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I've got a 19.
Okay.
Got
Dragon.
9.
So the vial is coming directly towards you. You've got 5 seconds to decide. Do you try and catch it, or do you step out of the way?
Uh, Catch it.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
15.
You catch the vial in your hand, and Hogar goes, "Well, I suppose that's a good sign." And he walks away. So that is a potion of healing,
Ooh.
and you can use it at your discretion. Um, so Hogar exits, and Mara hurriedly explains that her two sons, Urk and Ekel, she fears have gone off onto the lake to try their hands at fishing knucklehead trout. It was only a week ago that sadly their father and Mara's partner Emmett died on the lake. And her sons have tried to pick up the slack, and she never had intended them to go out fishing. And she pleads with me, "Please, can you help me?" It's going to be a short adventure if everybody steps up here.
uh, we can help.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Where are they?
So Mara brings you down to outside. So you exit from the inn, the buried treasures, and you walk through the town towards a frozen lake. And there's a dock, and there's some boats on ice. But the water is doesn't become liquid until 10 or sorry 20 or 30 feet out past where the docks are. And she goes, well, these are the boats that people have been using, and she points to two boats there. The boats look like they're big enough for about 6 people at maximum. And there's what you see painted on one they called the pronged boar, and the second one is called burly ram. The pronged boar looks like it's slightly damaged. Um, and so as you're inspecting initially these boats, there's another figure there who's standing by the side, and he goes, "You're not going out on the water, are you?" And he turns to Mara. He goes, you told them about the monster, didn't you?" And she like looks at him and frowns. And he goes, "There's a monster out there on that water. I'd be careful
What
if I
kind
was
of
you."
monster?
What type of monster?
Nobody's seen it and lived to tell the tale.
Then how do you know there's a monster if no one's seen it?
There's always a smart one here. Those are the rumors.
Who
Why
gave
else
the
would
root?
nobody
Like,
come back?
So people are
maybe they
going
just
out and disappearing.
Yes, yes.
maybe they just don't like this town.
Everybody make a perception check.
I
Perception.
got a 14.
Okay.
Perception.
10.
I'm searching. Sorry.
Okay. No problem.
It's just a D20 challenge, right?
Yeah, except if you look
Perception.
on your skill list, there
Oh,
should be
here. I
I think,
got it. I got it. Sorry.
yeah.
I have a 17.
Okay. Yeah. So as he's saying this monster, and you look at the pronged boar, which is slightly damaged. It looks like the damage. It kind of looks like a bite mark out of the top rim of the rowboat. So perhaps there is a monster out there, or just some really hungry wood-eating rodents.
You guys know that
Termites.
the boats bring the food in. You don't eat the boats.
Right. So
Can I have a look at those bite marks and see if I can identify what kind of teeth or beak or what might have caused the damage to the
yeah,
boat?
you can study it, and yeah, go ahead and make make a let's see, a nature check.
Oh, yay. That's not going to be. Oh, not bad. 16?
Yeah, you can't identify what this is. It's from the bite marks. You've never seen it.
How
Nobody's seen
big
it.
are the
Okay.
bite marks?
It's big. Yeah, it's like substantially. It's probably like you know twice the size of um, Rudolph Philip, who didn't make it, of his head. So perhaps that's where Rudolph went to. Who knows?
I told him to take the land vehicle,
Yeah,
not the sea.
right. Okay, so you know, Mara says, I suppose the real question is trying to ignore this other interlocutor who's kind of like talking about monsters. Do you want to take two boats or one? Uh, and she puts it to you that way.
I
And
think
so
one should be.
I'm going to take
If they're built for 6, then it would be difficult for the 3 of us to take 2 boats.
Yeah.
well, yeah. So we're going to say that in terms of how this will work, if you have two people rowing the boat, it's going to go faster than if you have one person rowing it. If you have two boats, they're, it's the question: do you want to put all your eggs in one basket? That's essentially what she's pointing to, and
Okay.
that the choice is up to you. Go ahead. So you were considering about the we're back. What you were considering about the boats.
If there is a monster, having a second boat would be good in case one gets destroyed.
Yeah, right.
Firmly agree. Do any of us
But
have
without a fourth
experience with
person.
boating?
Nobody
Don't.
else. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Do you have any backgrounds to substantiate experience boating? Um, I think the key thing to steering is going to be like a survival skill. So should things come to dire needs to maneuver, that's what I'm going to be checking.
We could make the lady who recruited us come with us in the boat. She can help row. She wants to save her kids, right?
Right? That's
I think she's got to run the bar.
no. That's no. There is somebody at the. So Cora was the bar owner, and Mara is the mother. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, are you guys going to try and persuade the
Yeah.
mother to help rescue her sons as an extra?
Help us
Uh,
with the second boat so that we
she's
can
wearing, but
have room to.
conspicuously, she's wearing like a red tunic. I don't know if that means anything. Okay.
Red tunic.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh, it's a sorry, it's Star Trek reference. You know, red shirt.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, the red shirt.
All right. All right. Now it means something to me. If we bring her along, she's not coming back.
Oh no, that's not the case. I mean, it's just how good is the Captain Kirk in this episode? Let's see who's going to step up.
And she
So
might
are you
also
going to
be
try
able
and
to guide us.
convince Mara to come along as an extra hand?
Does she look like she has any experience with a boat or with fighting?
She certainly doesn't look like she's had any experience fighting, but I mean, this is a town that is dependent on the water, and so she doesn't look
She would almost
to
certainly
be.
know the direction
What,
her children had gone fishing.
what if could she pilot one of the boats by herself?
What about the gentleman
Uh,
that said
I-
that, be careful out in the waters, there's a monster out there?
So she's like,
I doubt
are
he
are
would
you
know.
expecting me to go out in the boats with you?
I mean, it is your kids we're trying to save. If
Okay.
you could bring the second boat behind us a ways so that you're safe,
Okay. So
but
go ahead
then
and make a persuasion check, or are you going to use intimidation? You're going to threaten the poor
persuasion,
23.
and I got a 23.
She goes, you know what? That makes good sense. I can be of hand. Of course, I want to. And if my sons don't come back, I don't want to come back either. So she agrees to be a helping hand.
So if we have her in one of the boats and the other three of us in the other one, we can have her stay back where we could get to her if something happened to our boat without putting
She's
her in
not.
any
She's
direct danger.
adamant that she's not going alone. I mean,
Well,
I was
you can
gonna
make
say-
another persuasion check, but like that's a whole other kettle of fish.
Does someone want to go with her? Or?
I would be willing to go with her. My ability to see things is relatively good, and my taste for fighting is by preference at a distance.
Okay. All right. So then what I'm hearing is that Lirene is going along with Mara in one boat, and then it's going to be Dragon and Snacks in the other. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
I passed my persuasion check. Okay. And then which boat? Because it's the pronged boar is the one that is slightly damaged, and the burly ram it looks completely intact. Who's going in which boat?
Want to take the damaged one, Snacks? Want to take the damaged one with me? What's the worst
Yeah,
that could
I'll take
happen?
All right. Famous
probably a
words.
little
Yeah.
water leakage.
Okay, so
Other than the
it's
damage, are the boats otherwise identical as far as coloring
correct.
or shape?
Yes, they're both identical otherwise. Okay, So it's going to be then Dragon and Snacks. You are in the Pronged Boar, and uh, the co-opted Mara and Lirine are in the Burly Ram, the more intact boat. And so let's just zoom in on them to okay. So I'm going to assume anything else you wanted to do, like the bystander who had never really identified himself. He kind of looks up and down at Snacks, and he goes, "I've never seen anyone quite outfitted like that to go out on the water." Um, but you know, he's got a lot to say and hasn't been contributing that much.
Do you have anything helpful to say?
Snacks, are you wearing heavy armor?
I am.
Don't get in the water.
Probably fine.
Stay in the center of the boat.
So on that issue, as far as I understand, nothing in the player's handbook says that you cannot swim if you're in water. But if you were to end up in the water with heavy armor, it is going to be slightly harder to get out. So that's the trade off, I guess. That so Malik did say something useful. You're now aware that if you end up in the brink, it's going to be slightly harder for you to get out with the armor. Not insanely hard, but
Any flotation devices around that I just preemptively put over my arms and have little
there
wings,
are.
Water wings.
water wings.
This is like the hardened north 10 towns. There are no flotation devices available.
So just look for a iceberg,
Okay.
small little iceberg, just in case.
Um,
Any float.
the wind is swirling and the snow is kind of picking up, and it's getting dark. You don't have a lot of time, it seems, before conditions become worse than they are. I'm going to say, unless there are objections, that you guys are in the boats. Okay. So I sense Dragon, you're first in the initiative. I'm going to say that the Berlin Ram moves first, and with two rowers, you can go 20 feet per round in terms of movement. So, what direction do you want to move in? If I zoom out on the map a little bit, you're roughly like half, a little bit to the north of the map, but kind of halfway, right at the edge of the lake. We're gonna say.
Basically, more or less where your mouse is now.
Okay.
In that
So you're
general
gonna,
direction.
so move forward. I'm gonna go ahead and
Probably
grab
not at our full speed. Probably only
5,
15 feet or so, so that they
10,
can keep up with us. Or I guess there's two
15,
people in the second boat too.
20, and so let me open up uh, um, the area. There we go. Fixer. All right. So you can see you guys are right up almost on an ice flow. Um, you're actually so close that you're going to have to make a roll. Which one of you wants to roll to be maneuvering this boat?
You said it's survival.
Snacks or Dragon? Who's driving?
I'll drive. I
Okay.
have a
All
bit of
right.
strength.
Go ahead and make for me a survival check.
Ooh, survival. Alrighty.
We both
Yeah.
have
12. Okay. So your boat, is you hear a grinding noise, and it catches on some of the ice. Roll me a d6.
That's supposed to happen? I don't know.
No, go around the ice, I think.
Around?
I mean, you could get off on the ice.
It might sink. It's rather small.
It is a 1.
Okay, great. So your boat takes 1 point of damage. You started with 50. Oh no, because you're the damaged prong bore. So you started at 36. Your boat started with 36 hit points. You're now down to 35. And now both of you please roll me a d6. Snacks and Dragon.
Another D6.
I get a 3.
Okay.
Same here.
Yeah. So there's no outcome in that roll. That's the rowing and direction of the boat. That's essentially it takes an action to row. So that's effectively the end of your turn. I'm not really counting these as combat rounds, but so that means Lirine, you're up.
Okay, as we're climbing into the boat and before we begin rowing off after the boys, I'd like to turn and ask Mara, does she know the direction that her children usually take when they go out on the lake? Are we wiser to
Um,
stay up here in the northern half, or do they generally head south? Do they head around the shore?
Yeah, so that's a really good question, and I'm going to just kind of do a straight up roll to see. I hadn't predicted that, which this is part of D&D that I love. So I'm going to roll a d20, and so a 11 or above, she does know this information, and 10 or below, she doesn't. Here we go. Oops, I'm going to roll it to everyone. 5. So yeah, shoot that out.
No idea. All right, then let's um, row half of our distance. So we're not going to go full speed
Okay.
and come up just to the south of the boys and one behind.
Okay, so
You move
that's 5,
to the right, 2, and down. Yeah, there.
10.
There.
So that's half your speed, and so I can move and let's see. So you kind of see a little bit more there.
And let me see if I can do this. Um, as we approach the boys, I'd like to give them. Nope, never mind. We'll hold off on that one for just a moment
Okay.
on the
Are you going
inspiration.
to use the rest of your movement, or are you just hanging back?
I'll call across to the boys. Do you need any help? Do you want us to finish moving out here a bit to the south? Do you want us to leave you the space?
Yeah, the space will be fine.
Ahoy there.
Things looking fine. Just a little ice scrapage. The north, I
Okay,
swear. Super
we'll
cold.
follow you. And I'm gonna pull out a little bone flute and just whistle a little ditty.
Okay, so you're just holding back a little bit. All right.
Slightly.
Go ahead and roll a d6, and I'll roll one for Mara.
A
She got a 1.
d6 and a roll. It's a 4.
Okay, so Mara's 1 does trigger something. You see in front of you and kind of to the south something moving through the water. And I'm going to roll another d6. Roll to everybody this time. Oh, another 1. So surfacing up through the water. There is a great beast. Its jaw looks almost precisely the size of the bite that is out of the other boat, and it looks at you in the eye. It goes down, and then it splashes the boat with water, and so both you and Mara are now soaked with freezing water, and so. by the uh, by the end of your next turn, you're going to have to do something about that, or start to make Constitution saving throws against the frigid cold. Um, the beast um, goes beneath the water again, and you see no more. And we're moving on to Dragon and Snacks.
Can I call out to them at what I've seen, or have they seen it
They didn't see it because it kind of came. It's dark,
from the south?
and it came to the south. So no, they didn't. You can note, you can like screen out that you're soaked and you saw a
Yeah, I would
monster, but
like to
you can't
shout
have
out
a
to them. The crazy man on the dock was right. There's something huge in the water, and it has splashed us.
right. It's not Adventure Man. Okay. Um, Dragon and Snacks. What are you gonna do?
Where are we going, Snacks?
Well, we can't go further this way. There's ice over here, so I might as well try to go down a little bit.
Okay, you're going straight
Possibly.
down or diagonally, like to the
Diagonally, I'm thinking the southeast.
okay. I'm going to move you down one. So it's two. Do you want to go further? Because you've still got some movement left. Do you want to go further diagonal?
One more.
Yeah.
One more. Okay. Let's open it up again a little bit more. And okay. And both of you roll a d6.
One.
Okay.
A 6.
Okay. So Snacks, you hear out from the cold, you hear some voices carrying across the water. Um, Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah, I was about to ask which direction. Uh, 20
Yeah.
total.
So you feel almost certain that the sound has come from the southeast, um, just kind of like directly in the direction that you were moving. Um, and simultaneously, before you really have a chance to relate this, um, the the great beast that uh, had shown itself to the other boat rears out of the water again. This time, um, the beast is about 10 feet away from you, and it moves to go ahead and attack you. Um, both of you roll a d20 for me. This is
D20
determined.
flat. All right.
Yeah.
Got a 1.
Okay.
I assume that's good.
I got a 1 as well.
Roll again.
15.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So it was the actually the lower the roll is worse. Snacks, you are being attacked, and um,
As he's getting
Beast
attacked,
rolls a 14 to hit. Does that hit your armor
It
class?
does not hit.
Okay,
It does
so
not hit.
this great mouth comes towards you and puts in a bite, but it just bounces off your armor. So we're back. Just wanted to illustrate. This is a great picture, I think, from the Rime of the Frostmaiden, which has some great art. But that is effectually what you're dealing with. A ancient sea-dwelling creature, and you can see its mouth size and the kind of snacks moved into you. tried to bite through your armor but was not successful. And then it moves away. So it has
I
it
just
has
got this finished too. Now there's a scratch. Ah.
and it has a reach of 10 feet, and so it is. The main body of it is out of the way, but I'm gonna give you a because of that. But its head was still in there. You can make an attack roll of opportunity with disadvantage on the creature
I will
if you want. Maybe you're
take
too
that.
scared.
Probably surprised, but I was warned beforehand that there was a large thing before.
Right.
There it is. I do it. So that lowest roll is an 11.
Oh, so yeah, so that is at disadvantage. That is a miss, and the beast sinks back below the water, and we are back to Lirine. What are you gonna do?
Can you perhaps set your mouse cursor on the place where the head came out of the water and attacked the first boat?
Sure. Let's. It.
Maybe put a red X or something over there.
Hang on. There we go. It came out over there.
So we're still in the shielded area of it. I would say that Lirine is pretty startled, and when she gets startled or angry, her ear frills will raise up behind her,
Nice. Dragonborn.
and you'll
Right.
see little sparks of lightning dancing across from point to point on those frills. And her
Okay.
head will be darting around looking for this thing or looking for ripples or bulges in the water where it might be um, swimming from or to. What is the distance from my boat to that location? 5, 10,
Let's see.
to that region of water?
5, 10, 15, 20. So, we've got a ruler here. Yeah, it's 28 feet. I'm gonna before you do anything, I'm gonna remind you that you are currently soaked with cold water, and so unless you take some sort of measure to address that, you are gonna have to start making Constitution saving throws.
I don't have any way to address it, unfortunately.
Okay.
Um,
Light a
yeah, I don't
torch or
have any.
something for some extra heat.
I mean, I can't start a fire in a boat, which I have tinder, but I can't start a fire in a boat.
You gotta have lamps there,
I
you
do
know,
have
if
I
you're
do
using
have
it at night.
extra clothing in my inventory. I could throw on the jacket of my traveler's clothes or
Yeah,
outerwear.
that would be yeah anything to like just partially mop up the drenching effect. That would be sufficient to I think avoid the brunt of
Okay,
it.
then I'm gonna go ahead and put on the outer equivalent or the outer
Okay.
portion of my traveler's clothes.
So the choice
And
I'm sorry to interrupt you. The
yeah,
just before you do it that will take an action to do. So that's
that
going to
would
be
be
your
my
action for
action.
this turn. Or so you're in a conundrum. Do you act to further the exploration and move towards the monster, or do you take your action to preserve yourself and have to take cold effects?
I
I
have
do
just
want to call
managed to
out that I did hear
kill my screen here.
voices in the southeast area.
Right. So
I
you know
went
kind of directly where
that direction,
the boys may be in the direction.
hoping that that's the boys. I would call out to Mora, see if she hears them down out this direction.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I got to get some warm clothing on. I've got to cover up here.
That's the
To
best
be
I'm
fair,
really
it did
aggravated
like
by this
pop
thing.
out, attack, and then went back into the water. So I don't think there would
Yeah.
be any kind of visual.
Right. Yeah. That's one of the problems is that yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
but it's a fish, and I'm
let me put it
electric,
this
and
way.
if I shock it to death, it might start floating.
Um, I think it becomes apparent to you that in game terms, meta terms, if it's underneath the water, yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. And so if you're going to try attack it, it's going to need to be like out of the water, or you're going to have to like you're essentially going to have an action ready, an attack action
Yep.
ready, um, and see if it surfaces or do something else. Okay, so you're choosing to dry yourself off. Okay,
And help
so
Marta.
Mara's going to do the same because she's freezing cold. So you're essentially dead in the water, and we go back to Dragon and Snacks. Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot.
Can,
You guys didn't roll a d6, so go ahead and roll it. Sorry, Lirine, roll a d6.
yep, D6 coming up. It's another 4.
Okay, and 2 4. So no outcome for that. Back to Dragon and Snacks.
10 more feet southeast, so they can
Okay,
keep up.
yeah. Your max rate is you can go 20 feet if you want to, which
Well, we
is
want them to be able to catch up, so
okay.
we don't
All
want
right.
So 10 feet would be good, and I'll use my action to cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay. And let's open up the a little bit more.
And then, well, we have to use our action to move the boat, right?
Yeah, right. It's the action is to so right. So if you're rowing, you can't. Is Blade Ward a action or is it a
Oh, Blade
bonus
Ward
action?
is an action, but
But we're only moving 10 feet, so I'll row the boat. He
10
can cast that this time.
Right. Yes, you can do that. Right. Okay.
Yes, because
Okay.
I just swung at the creature. I was like, I
Right.
don't want to deal with this, and
Okay.
just a
Both of you roll a
circular motion
d6.
of my hand. And the d6 shall be 5.
1
1. Okay.
again.
5 and 1. Okay. So 1. That means that does trigger something from the monster, and here we go. It's a 1. So the 1 is he surfaces out of the water and splashes both of you, and so you're soaked, and you're in the same condition now that Lirine is. In that you're going to have to start making some saves if you don't do something about your cold condition by the end of your next turn. Okay, so we're back to the pronged goat. Lirine, what are you doing?
We're going to need to row to get a bit closer to this to our friends here.
Okay,
One,
that's
2,
10. You want to go
3.
further?
Can you move 1 to the right from where we are without going out of distance?
Okay.
That way we're not both in the splash zone, but we are close enough to assist our friends.
Okay.
And
All
a
right.
roll of d6.
Yes, please. I knew you like these.
Come on, screen. D6.
Really wish I had taken prestidigitation right now.
I checked to
I
see if anybody took
had
it, but
been
go ahead.
praying
Sorry.
for it. I have a 5.
Okay, great. And I'm gonna roll for Mara. I should have done that already. Sorry. Okay. He gets a 1. So that
Are
does
you
trigger.
serious?
Yeah. It's in the feed. So I'm gonna roll another d6 and it's so it's the same thing that happened previously. So I'm not gonna like that's you've already been splashed. You don't get splashed. So there's no the beast comes up out of the water and the burly ram can see it rear up and it starts like flailing about. Almost looks like it's trying to just by its splashing action, just get you away from where you are, and it dives back deep again. Okay, so we're back
That
to
water's cold. Please stop.
Dragon and Snacks in the bird ram. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, none of us have the ability to speak with animals. It doesn't seem to want us here, but it doesn't seem terribly aggressive.
Well, it did
Or
try
we
to
can
take a
speak
bite out
to
of
it. It probably
Snacks.
won't understand us.
Okay, you guys, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pull out the torch that I have
Okay,
and light it for warmth and to try and dry off as much as possible.
okay. All right. So I'll say yeah. That helps, and so that we'll count that like the torch is sufficient enough to negate or mitigate the effects of the splash cold. So snacks, you still have your action. You can either row or you can do something else.
Would that torch be sufficient enough for the both of us
Yes,
to?
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Uh, so there's concern.
We know we need to go southeast still, based on the voices that you heard.
Yeah. So gotta continue on because we gotta rescue the kids. I'm also a bit concerned that we might be invading territory. Uh, who knows? Going southeast, 10 feet, just
Okay.
towards the direction where the kids should be,
Yes.
or hopefully are.
Okay. And uh, so yeah, you can see a little bit more, and you can still hear the children calling out, and you're getting closer, but you don't see them yet. So you moved 10 feet. So and y'all didn't roll a d6, so go ahead and please roll one for me.
4.
6.
Okay. Um, So you hear out from the screams of the children are louder, and it sounds to you that they're probably about, let's see, maybe another 40 feet away from your position, just based on the on what you hear. That was the D6 is good, and you've got more than you've gotten multiple rounds of feedback from where they could be. So you're getting close. At
And
maximum
can't
speed,
really
you could be
see.
there within 2 rounds. Okay, so that brings us back to the prawn goat. Um, what are you and Mara gonna do? She's like, I can't believe I got myself into this. She's really questioning her judgment, but she's
Uh,
in it.
Stay calm. We'll get to the kids as fast as we can. First of all, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of choice. We need to move. I'd like to go due east, the
Okay,
full extent of our movement.
okay, um, okay.
And you need a d6.
Yes, for Mara. I love that you guys convinced the NPC to come in the boat. She gets a 5.
I
I
didn't
got a
say it was a
3.
good idea.
3. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing happens. Okay, we're back to the burly ram, dragon, and snacks.
I think I want to take the ready action to ready. Where did it go? I had it open. Sacred Flame for if I see it.
Okay, snacks, what are you doing?
I think you're muted.
Yeah.
Moving southward.
Okay, so we're gonna move.
Yeah.
So you know from being proximate to an iceberg that it's going to take you some negotiation if you're right next to it. Do you want to
Yeah.
move 10? So you want to get there? Okay. Two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going
About
to
there,
say
I
you're.
probably have to make a.
Yeah, you're far enough away that you're not right up against it. You don't have to make another check, but you have to make a D. Both you roll for a D6.
I do not want to hear that scratching sound of ice on
Right.
wood.
2.
Okay.
6.
Okay. So yeah, you're certain that the kids are close by, and they call it. We can hear you. We're trying to get towards you, and so they're you know they're down with the rescue mission. All right, we're back to Renee. What are you gonna do?
I'd like to head in an east-southeast direction,
Okay.
and since it's the whole action, a little of more east, not quite so far south, please. I'd like to be going above.
Okay. You got
There we
and
go.
that's
Yep,
where you want to be. Okay.
roughly yes. Could be one down, but I don't know
Okay.
what the distance is that we have left.
No, that's fine. And let me just show off a little more. Okay. And so you can see now. Let me move the field of vision here. You can see that the two children are here waiting to be picked up. Roll a d6.
That's on the screen. I believe it was a 5. Yes, a
Oh, you
5.
you already rolled one. Okay, sorry.
Yep. As soon as I made the movement.
Mara gets 6. Um, so one of the kids takes a run and is able to jump and he gets soaked, but he actually gets to this island. So he's moved closer to you. Um,
I, I would like to tell him to get in the undamaged boat, and we'll try to get them all in that boat so we
okay,
can send them
all
back
right.
without
So
us
that
if needed.
He's gotten soaked, and you guys have a torch
he's
for
soaked.
keeping warm with.
Yeah.
Is that
So but
is
that so
that
he's jumped and he's made it so that he's got enough movement to get there. So he's we're gonna say he's in the pronged goat. And so I'm going to just take him out of play now. All right, so you got one in the boat, one in one of the boats. Um, it's still y'all's turn in the burly ram, dragging the snacks.
Uh, I'm gonna, because I have 10 torches apparently, so I'm gonna take out another one and throw it over to them on the other boat
Okay,
oh
so that
Lord,
they
it's
have
going to be a
warmth
dexterity
as
check, isn't
well.
I'm
it?
going to say that's a free object interaction, so
Okay.
you can do something else.
Thank you.
What are
Hopefully, you
you doing,
didn't wet it
Skylar?
and have it thrown. That would have been bad. Uh, what happened to your guys' boats?
What's the creature? All right, so I'm still waiting. Snacks and dragon. What else are you doing?
Uh,
I'm gonna take the ready action again with Sacred
Okay,
Flame for if I see it.
and I'll just continue rowing south, south. Yeah, that's about it. Because I
okay.
can't.
So yeah, you are going to have to make a navigation survival check. Go ahead.
Navigation, so survival.
Yeah.
With a 7.
Okay. So you again hear a scraping sound. Go ahead and roll a d6.
Yeah, we're fine. This time it's a 2.
Okay. So the
Yay.
boat is down to 32 damage, and both of you roll a d6.
4.
Another 6.
Okay. So Irk takes a run and a jump. He's going to try and jump into your boat, um, but he's gonna have to make um, a straight up DC 12 check to do it. So I'm going to roll for him, and so if it's a
Come
12 or
on,
above,
boy.
he makes it. 15. Okay. So
Woo-hoo.
he jumps into the
Go
boat.
Ert.
And so you've got both of the kids. And we're back to Lirine. What are you doing?
Am I allowed to give my bardic inspiration to the guys at this point in the game? Is that an action or what is the...
That's a great
It's
question.
a
Okay.
bonus action.
Yeah, so of course you can. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to give... I can only do it one time as a bonus action in this round, correct? Or I could give
Yeah, if
it
it
both
takes
of
a
them all
bonus
as one.
action, you have just one bonus action. So yes, you can only do it once.
Perfect. Okay. Then I would like to give... Who rolled that one? I'll give Snacks a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And then we would like to start rowing back to the village. But
Yeah.
since that thing doesn't want us in the south, I'd like to try to take a northerly route instead of a southerly route.
Okay, so you're going to
So
go diagonally to like
the west.
like
Not
oh,
quite
so
that, but
this way.
there you go.
So okay, so you're going to go here. Okay.
Yep, yep.
I suppose we have the kids. We can just leave now.
That was what we
And
were asked to do.
yes, somehow the fact that you have the kids has changed how things are working, and the monster rears its head again, and it is going to attack your boat, Lirine. So go ahead and roll a d20, and I'm going to roll for Mara, and the lowest roll gets attacked.
There's also a kid in there too.
Yeah, I need a 1. Please. Of course not.
But you got an 18. So Mara will get attacked, um, and her AC is low as a commoner. If it comes to it, I'll check to see what it is. He gets a 13. Yeah, so that's going to hit. And so the great mouth of the beast opens up, and he uh, bites into Mara, and she takes uh, 12 points of damage, which is well enough to double her hit point maximum. And the great beast just bites her in half, and the
Oh,
two
right
parts
in
of
front
her.
of her kids.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah. I'm
no.
sorry, children. And
As
her
this
her
happens, can I use my reaction to use my ready attack?
yes, yeah, you can. Um, Go ahead.
Sacred
And
Flame, I
since
need a dex save from the monster.
Okay. All right, here we go. Gets a total of 8.
That will fail, so it takes 1d8,
Okay.
3 radiant damage.
Okay. All right. And yeah, you guys are on the board.
am I allowed to take an opportunity attack because it snatched something in my boat? Like it had to come
Yes,
close
you
to me to
can.
get to
You
her.
can for sure.
And as an opportunity attack, is that only with a weapon or can I use my breath weapon?
No, you can use your. Let's see. Yeah, an opportunity attack. Okay, I'm going to take a break to try and find out the right answer. Okay, so we just looked up unarmed strike. Would a breath weapon qualify as an unarmed strike? And the rule is that it has to be either a melee attack using a punch, kick, headbutt, or similar forceful blow. And so I'm saying that a breath weapon is not one of those things. So no, sorry, you can't use your breath weapons as a
Okay, then
reaction.
I'm just gonna have to take a swipe at it with my dagger.
Okay. So
I
you
do have
yeah.
a
So
melee weapon in hand, but I was
yes.
hoping to
Go ahead.
like that is hit first to hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rolling, please God. Oh, really, guys? Okay,
And
never
so
mind.
Yeah,
It was a 9.
that is the myth. Heroically but off balance, and in horror of what has just happened, like you kind of blindly swing out at the thing as it just kind of finishes off Mara, and I mean it's bad, right? Like the poor kid is like hiding his face. Man, I'm really sorry this happened, but it did.
All right, round one. This one was a little bit unconventional, a little bit odd. Can you talk more about the round one?
Well, yeah. So it was a game of cat and mouse between the hiding plesiosaurus that would come up, and they'd have to like essentially learn that okay, we have to take reactions against this guy. So there was a learning process, and basically, they got their asses kicked in the first round. So I think that the big news is the monster ate one of the people manning the boats, Mara, the NPC.
Yeah.
They convinced her to go. She was willing, and then she died. And I did feel bad about it. But that we're playing D&D. Sometimes
You don't-
NPCs die.
You don't foresee these things happening, and sometimes NPCs die. Don't take a villager with you on your adventures.
So just to break that down in stats, in terms of total round damage, there was 15, I think, hit points done of damage. 3 of them came from the party. So in the end, it turned out to be only like 20% of damage the party did. The rest went to the plesiosaurus who ate Mara. Party hit percentage. One of the party's attacks, Koth managed to cast Sacred Flame, and he hit with that. But the other 2 opportunity attacks missed. So only 33% of the party's attacks landed. And then there were no spells that involved saving throws, so our saving throw stats didn't mean anything this round.
So I would definitely give this round to the plesiosaurus.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that brings us back to, and I guess I'll zoom in a little bit. The burly ram. What are you doing?
I think we need to head back towards the other boat, and since we have the other kid.
Yeah, so just start doing a U-turn and paddle the
so
other direction.
Are you going to go basically directly to the
Probably
west,
going
or are you
around
going to
the
go
iceberg.
northwest?
Probably back northwest.
Okay,
Uh,
so you can move
because I believe we
20.
kind of slowed down at like this point.
Do you want to? Is that where you want to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did have to pass the ice flow, so make another survival check for me.
Right. I have a 13,
Yeah.
but could I argue for possible advantage because we know it's there and I
No, I'm not going to give you advantage for that, but you could if you want to use your bardic inspiration. Did you get bardic inspiration, or who got it?
Yeah.
I
I
forget.
did.
Okay, you can use that, and that will assuredly bring you up. You needed a 14. So
Yeah, I will definitely use that.
okay. All right.
Trying it's like, I gotta
So
roll
at the
better.
last second, you were like, "Huh, what should I do?" And then you remember that sweet, sweet song that was sung out to you. Gives you like there was some nugget in there about it was like an old
Don't
seafarer's
hit
tune, I
ice.
guess. Uh, yeah. You at the last second make a course adjustment and avoid the underwater ice that was coming up
Oh
towards the
wait,
boat.
right, the ice. I forgot about that. Okay.
Right. Uh, okay. Roll. Go
Ice,
ahead.
ice baby.
So again, now that the game is afoot, you're going to have to more consistently deal with uh, the um, the monster. It's a plesiosaurus, so that's who you're dealing with here. And I'm just rolling to see what type of mischief it creates. A 6. Oh, this is another attack. Okay. Um, it rears out of the water again. You must have done something really to anger this thing. And both of you go ahead and roll a d20. So the lowest roll is going to get attacked.
You want to roll low, Snacks,
Yeah.
with your
No, you don't want
19
to roll
armor class or
low.
No, you want to
whatever
roll
it
high
is.
this time.
Oh yeah.
I got a
roll-
15.
Yeah,
You rolled
well,
an
I got
18,
about
Snacks?
25%. I have not rolled. I got a 2.
Oh,
Perfect.
okay. So it's going to attack you, which I guess is really best case scenario. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and roll, and oh, it gets a 23. Um, is
Oh, okay. Even with the minus D4, meets it, beats it probably.
yeah.
Because I had casted Blade Ward to myself.
So it is going to. It bites into you. It manages to get through the armor, and you take 12 points damage. How many hit points do you have?
I have 11.
You are down. It's got the healing potion.
I do, conveniently.
Okay.
Well, thank God you do.
And all right. So you've made Dragon. You made your action was attacking,
Yes.
and you still
Can
have a bonus
I?
action left. What are you going to do with your
Yeah.
bonus action?
I don't really have anything. Well, I guess I can use innate sorcery, which will give me advantage on any attack roll with a sorcerer spell I cast, and a +1 to my DC. So I
So
might as well use that.
I guess
Oh,
since I
actually, no,
just
I
put
can use
down, you could also so go ahead.
the healing potion on him with the bonus
Right, because
action.
now
That's fine.
in the 2024 rules, healing potion administration is a bonus action. So
Yes, so I will do that
okay,
instead.
okay. So it's 2d4 plus 2, I think it is.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Go ahead.
You want to roll them or should I roll them, Snacks?
You're the one that's administering, so go
All right.
ahead and roll.
2d4. 4 plus 2, so 6.
Okay, so you're
So half the damage dealt.
up to 6 hit points. You know, Hogar, he looked sketchy, but it was good news to have that potion on board. Nice catch, Dragon. That escaped your ally. Okay, so
And
we're
then,
back to Lyrinne.
Can I also?
Oh,
Would I
yes,
be
go
able to
ahead.
use a bonus action? Since it's kind of like at the same time?
Yeah, sure. Everything happens. It's like you're down. You're back up again. Yeah. What's your bonus action?
can I make an
That's a lovely
opportunity
thing.
attack as well as he's getting bit?
A lovely thing about being a first level fighter now is that I can get second wind as a bonus action, and I can use it 2 times.
Nice. Okay.
So I would like to use that to heal myself a little bit more,
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
which will be I remember 1d10 plus 1. So I'm gonna roll d10 plus that 1. So I heal up to full.
Okay. Wow. What a turn. So thinking about the can you take a reaction? So it bit on its turn, and then it was your turn. So I think you would have had to like uh yeah it's like that your reaction like took up I think the time that you could have made a yeah, you only get one reaction essentially,
Okay.
right? I'm going to look it up further, but that's intuitively what makes sense
Yeah,
to
if
me.
my
We'll see if
turn
I'm
was
right, but
after,
that's how I'm rolling
I
it.
had already
Rolling it.
used my reaction from the previous turn, and I didn't get it back until the start of my turn.
Okay.
So yeah,
I think that's how we do it. I'll take a closer look after, and we'll put it up
at
in the
least
box.
that's
See if I
what
was
it
right or
was in
not.
2014. But
Okay. So yeah, we are moving it. We're back to Lyrinette. What are you doing?
Is any portion of this creature still above water? Is it visible?
No, it dives. Its strategy is to just like dive. It seems you can't
So
see
it
it.
bites and dives.
Yeah, bite and dive.
Then I would
So
like to ready my breath weapon.
Okay.
Ready an action attack breath weapon
Yeah.
with a 30-foot line that's 5 feet wide
Okay.
to strike the monster as soon as it becomes visible and is not blocked by any of my allies.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll for what what action it takes, and it gets a 6. Well, it keeps on getting 6s, which is its attack. So it's coming out to attack you, but you've readied an action. So
Yeah.
you go ahead and attack with your breath weapon.
Okay, breath weapon. Come on, there we go. How do okay? Come on, breath weapon. Why? I just have
Here, you know what? I think there we go.
breath weapon. Here it is. 1d10. It needs to make a uh dex save. Is that
I
correct?
believe so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. It has to make a dex save. Okay.
Yep. DC
Uh,
11.
so it gets a 5.
So it takes 7 points of electricity damage,
Nice. Okay.
lightning damage.
All right. So it
Does
took.
it have any does it show any apparent weaknesses? Is it thrashing extra because it is a water-based
That hurt
creature?
it, but it's not blood. It's not yet blood. Okay. Um, and so it is attacking. And let's go ahead and roll and see. I fear to see what happens on this roll. Okay. So
Maybe I can dodge it.
yeah, here I'm rolling.
Well, it didn't get deterred by the fact that it got hit by lightning as soon as it came up out of the water.
Um, yeah, you know what?
Like it
I'm
comes
gonna
up for a bite, it
because
gets
after I roll,
zapped.
I
It's
just get
not
a
going to change
19.
its
I'm gonna
mind and
allow
think,
for
"Whoa,
that because this is like extremely deadly. So let's see if I'm gonna have it make. Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
intimidation." Come on, really? 12.
Yeah. So I'm gonna rule that works. And it dives again. Okay. We're back to So anything else you want to do? So you ready your action, you hit it, and you scared it away. Do you have a bonus action of anything you want to
I
do?
have a bonus action. I am going to. I think the only thing I can do is give another bardic inspiration,
Okay,
and that seemed to work out very well for Snacks last time. And if we got to keep somebody alive, I'll give that to Snacks again.
okay,
Okay.
all right. Okay, we're back to Dragon and Snacks.
I think I'm going to. Most
You
of it,
could.
it
I'm
showed
sorry to
up
interrupt.
most turns. So I'm
Uh,
going to ready Witch Bolt, which is a spell. So I'm going to have to use a spell slot.
okay, all
And
right,
then if I don't get to cast it, it's going to be a waste, but we're going to do it anyway.
okay,
So I'm going to ready Witch Bolt for when I see it.
all right. Snacks.
I'm gonna let this the one of the sons. I think his name was Elgar.
So it is Urk. That's who you got in the
Irk.
boat with you. Yeah.
I'm gonna have him row,
Okay.
and I want to kind of want to do something crazy. I want
Nice.
to hold out, like getting ready for the creature to bite, holding out like just a bag of caltrops, and when its mouth gets opened up, I just want to throw it in there.
Oh, okay. All right. Um, so let me roll for what it's supposed to do. Um,
Oh, also for my bonus action, I do want to use the innate sorcery if I still can.
okay, yeah, sure. So it surfaces and it's getting ready to attack the boat. So both of you can go ahead and do your prepared things. Let Dragon, since you were first in order, you go ahead and tell me what you're doing. We'll resolve that first, and then we'll get to the
So I'm
caltrops.
using Witch Bolt because I used innate sorcery. I get advantage on the attack,
Sweet.
and I got a 15.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Perfect. So it's going to take 2d12 lightning damage,
Okay.
Nice.
which is 13.
Okay.
And as
All
long
right.
as
So
it stays within 60 feet of it, it's linked to me by a chain of lightning. So we know where it's at now.
as long as it
And I
stays
can,
within 60 feet, it's
yes.
wow. Okay. All right.
And I can use a bonus action to keep damaging it every turn.
That's awesome.
Which
Okay.
Witchbolt is now a good spell instead of being an action,
Yeah.
and you have to use it every turn.
Round 2. So things are not looking too great for our adventurers, are they?
Right. Right. So the fighter Haldir goes down, and so they've lost in the previous portion of the adventure Mara, and now like the Haldir is like a really good armor class, 19, and it just he got hit. So he went down. The things start to come back when Koth has the potion given to him by Hogar, and so brings back Haldir, and then we get in a breath weapon attack from a bard, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then finally, as a third kind of like action that constitutes around. It comes up again that the sorcerer is able to activate innate sorcery, which I was really excited to see, and then puts into action his witch bolt. So how it kind of boils out into numbers, the percentage damage is shifted towards the party this round. They do 56% of the damage. They do a good job of landing their attacks. 100% of the attacks landed, and they got their saving throws successful. So it's a turn, like a dip at the beginning with their fighter going down, but then kind of comeback starts.
Yeah, I gotta say that, especially being one, in this case two, because we had the other player drop earlier. To have the two players down and still take the round, that's really good.
Yeah, right. And the player that dropped out was a cleric, so it would have been pretty tough. And yeah, so they did make a good turnaround here, and you can see it in the numbers.
Now, just for anyone that's watching, they had a healing potion, and that was given because to kind of help balance.
Yeah, to compensate a little bit that they lost the character, and it's still D&D. I'm in the moment. I'm gonna do stuff differently. They got a potion somehow. Yeah, no, I gave it to them mostly because they were down a character, but I still reserve the right to give potions out if I want to.
Absolutely, that's what we can do.
Right.
So round 1 went to the Plesiosaurus. Round 2 to the adventuring group. Let's see what happens in round 3.
Okay. So that just happened. And Snacks, tell us, describe what you're doing.
Uh, just try and prevent this thing from biting anymore because it hurts because it knocked me down. Just the sight of blood just made me faint. So I just like reach into like a bag or something and throw 10 caltrops into its mouth
Okay.
just to get that
Yeah,
sharp
so
sensation like a popcorn kernel into the
go ahead
teeth.
and make a sleight of hand roll, and I'm going to make it a sleight of hand. I'm going to make it like an opposed check versus a. I'm going to make it like an intelligence check. Does this thing like have enough wit about it to understand what's going on?
Would I be able to tag on the bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Would that be used
Yep.
for ability check as well?
Yes.
All right. And the bardic is a d6.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
should be.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is a D6.
All right. So total for the sleight of hand is an 8.
A 4. So it doesn't. It's like and it doesn't know what's coming its way. So the cultures enter into its mouth, and Okay, let's. I'm going to take a short break. I want to see if there's like damage from Caldra. So I'm gonna. So you threw 10 in there. I'm gonna say it takes 10 damage. Um,
10 bleeding gums.
um,
10 gingivitis.
Yes.
dives down, and you can see it's really now a spectacular sight because it's quite dark, it's snowy, and there is plunging down as the plesiosaurus plunges deeper into the water. You can see the lightning extending into the water. It's this eerie glow, almost like a chain, a dog on a leash. And it's like squirming and you know just wriggling around. Doesn't know what's hit it. It's got like lightning and it's swallowed this thing. It's like half coughing. As that is happening, we move back to Lirine. What are you doing?
I'm going to viciously mock this thing.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is the range on vicious mockery?
I'm having a look here. 60 feet?
Yeah. So it's going to be within that range, but it's underwater. So, what you
Would it
know?
be able... It... can it hear me? Wait a minute. Let me have a look. Da, 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 da. One creature I can see or hear within range. It's a
Okay.
string of
So yeah,
insults
you can
laced with
see
subtle
you can see it
enchantments.
because of the lightning that lure. Um, you can see the Plesiosaurus, so you can mock
Should
it.
have done this way sooner.
That's awesome.
It's not a whole lot of damage, but I was going to,
Damage is damage.
yeah. Um, uh, I'm gonna look over the edge of the boat and whisper sibilantly, "Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
fish, oh, fish, oh, fishy, oh."
Okay. Um, so yeah, go ahead and
He needs
roll
to
for
make
it.
a wisdom save.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. Wisdom. All right, and that is a strong point. And he rolls a total of 16,
Ah,
and he is not mocked.
vicious
Oh
mockery
man.
fails. It needed a 13 or better.
Okay. So vicious mockery. I don't remember offhand. Was that an action or a bonus action?
That is a cantrip, and I'm seeing if that is, yeah, that is one action.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else with your
I would like
bonus?
to ask the kid that's in my boat to row us, even if it is
Yeah.
only half
Child
speed.
laborers.
Keep us
But
heading toward shore.
okay. All right. Okay.
Can I ask the
Uh,
kids? You guys have a dad, right?
yeah.
Their dad died a week ago.
Yeah, the dad died a week
Oh.
ago.
Oh, not
Sad.
enough.
Oh, now they're orphans. Oh man. Okay.
Uh,
Um, we're back to the prom goat with dragon and snacks. So the your pet is like
That's backwards. We were supposed to be the
underwater.
burly ram.
Yeah, we're the pronged goat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Oh, so I moved the
yeah,
wrong people.
we switched who was on.
Okay. There we go. All right.
Thank you.
So we're back to the burly ram.
So if we can see it, I am going to cast magic missile at it
Yeah. Right.
because we can see it, and the bolts would go
You
through the
can see
water,
it. Yeah. Yeah.
presumably.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
So I'll do that. So it's 1d4. Am I rolling it once or 3 times?
Well, yeah. This came up on our Discord. I think the end result was like one roll, and then you declare how many missiles go wherever, but they're all going to this guy. He's the only person on
So
board.
2 is what I
So you do
rolled.
6 damage, right? Because you do
Yeah,
3. Right.
6.
Okay.
And
It
then
takes
I'm
6 damage.
also going to use my bonus action to use Witch Bolt again,
Okay.
which does 1d12 this time on subsequent turns.
Okay. Go for it.
And I got an 8.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
So a total of 14 damage.
All right, round 3. Exciting stuff is happening. There's going to be a lot more damage coming from the adventurers. Talk me through what's happening.
Yeah. So the battles is swung towards the party. We see I really like this the move with the witch bolt that connects the plesiosaurus with a chain of lightning, and so now they can see the creature, which allows the bard to try vicious mockery, which works with line of sight. I mean, so the spell, the plesiosaurus ends up saving against the spell, but I thought it was really kind of cool that witch bolt allowed that to happen.
Such good teamwork, yeah.
Yeah.
And witch bolt is a great spell.
Yeah, it is right. It's a great spell now.
Yep.
And then they basically just kind of finish off the objective of reducing the plesiosaurus to below half of its hit points with the continuing damage from the witch bolt and the addition of magic missile. So the stats soundly went towards the party this round. The final round, they did 100% of the damage. And we forgot to talk about the really cool improv move of the fighter.
Tell me more about those caltrops.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure. I loved it. I was unexpected, didn't know how to handle it, and I just kind of improvised. The way to do something when you don't know how to handle it is like, let's make it a D20 check. So challenge, I did sleight of hand, which seemed appropriate, like throwing these caltrops versus like intelligence. Maybe an unusual choice, but like, is the monster able to figure out that this odd object coming towards it is a threat? So Haldir won, and he did a bunch of damage with the caltrops. As it turns out, there's rules for improvised weapons that would not have done that much damage. And I don't really like that rule, actually, but we'll get into it in the next episode of or battle commentary.
The battle reactions?
Yeah, next week. So getting back to talking about the stats, 100% of damage done by the party. They landed 2/3 of their attacks, and the only save the monster had to make, he failed. So it started out bad in round one, and then just like progressively got better, which I guess is like an exciting way for an adventure to happen. Right?
Yeah, I think so. I will say though, I'm pretty sure that monster succeeded on the vicious mockery, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. But the way around.
But in any case, this round is where they drop the monster below 50%, hit their objective, save the kids.
Yeah. Right.
Great battle.
It was and a good round.
So as this adventure goes, once the plesiosaurus is bloodied, which it just went past with the thing, it flees. And you guys have got clear sailing back to shore, having defeated plesiosaurus. With the unfortunate red shirt character did in the end get
There's a cleric in town.
consumed, right?
Yeah, but we don't have the pieces of her to put it back together.
Yeah, I think the parts went overboard. So
we could pick them up now that the thing's gone.
Fish them out there in ice cubes.
You can.
Okay, we're gonna do that so if they can bury her, if nothing else.
Okay. Let's not get into the descriptions of the hauling up of the body parts, but let us rather revel in the success and the cool way that you guys did it. Again, now this is a tradition, minus one of your players, and so that was pretty well done. Okay, thanks everybody for watching, and we are going to leave it there, and we'll see you all next time.
Wow, that was a really great battle. I want to just get some of your thoughts, though. What'd you think?
So I like this because there was, even though the battle happened like at fairly quickly towards the end, I thought there was a lot of interesting stuff that went on beforehand. And I think the characters or the players did a really good job of like dealing with this blip of like we were not expecting one of the players not to be able to make it, and then that they turned around and like recruited like the NPC to get in the boat and help them. I love that, and that role play managed to work itself into the adventure. Those are things about that I really like about the game.
Yeah, and again, as part of the criteria that we are scoring on, especially on that flexibility to be able to kind of rebound against the unknown.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think they did a great job. Like you said, the actual battle was was only 3 rounds, but there was still a lot going on.
Right.
In this
There was
adventure.
a lot going on before.
But to find out more about that, make sure you tune in next week when we go over the
Battle reaction.
Battle reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.